Hello, welcome to my video looking at Pectinidae. I did do a video about a month ago, but that was in portrait, so I thought I'd do landscape this time so I can fit more into the image. All right, this first selection is all from Europe, Africa and the Middle East. So we have a look here, we've got shells like Flexuosa from Spain, Jacobaeus from Israel, Glabra, this selection down here from the Mediterranean, mainly from Greece and Italy. A little one here, Carolinoids from Cape Verde Islands. In this drawer we've got lots of Opercularis from the North Sea, those nice large specimens there. And we also have some from France. And then we go down a bit further and we get some Flabellum exoticus from Senegal. That's there, and then those very bright coloured ones are often called Proteus or Unicolor, and they're from Italy. And in this particular section of the drawer, we have from many different locations, and I'll just scroll down. And we have shells from, I'll list them, South Africa, Saudi Arabia, Italy, United Arab Emirates, Oman, Norway, Israel, and Mauritania. So a real mixed bag of shells in that section. Next we have shells from the Indo-Pacific. I'll just do a little scan there across those shells, so we can see here shells like Swifti, those large ones that come in many other colour forms than that. Point out just a couple of lovely Superbus down there, lives up to its name, they're from Japan. And across this drawer we have shells from Indonesia, Japan, India, Thailand, Philippines, Singapore. And scroll down here, a lot of those shells are nobilis. And then this final selection here, a wide range of shells here. Got a lovely one like Vexillum. There's beautiful shells there. They're from Singapore. And we've got these couple here from Japan, Diana and Speciosum. And from the Philippines, we've got some of these ones down here, Miraficus and Tamani. In this particular drawer, we have shells from North, Central and South America. We look at the first selection here. We have shells from Nova Scotia, Brazil and Florida. Some well-known species there, including Zigzag and Ravenelli. The next drawer we have the famous lion's paw, that beautiful orange specimen is just over 14 centimeters, and species in this drawing include Nodosus, Subnodosus, and Arthritica. And they are from Panama, Bermuda, Brazil, and Florida. And in this little section here, we have shells from Argentina, Chile, and British Columbia, as well, and Florida. That little group there from Florida. Sorry about the shine. That's a particularly nice one I thought I'd dig out, and it is from Florida, Imbricata. One of my favorites in this particular draw. All right, now the next section is also from the Americas. And we have nice little circularis there from Peru. We also have some shells there from California. Next section, we have shells from Honduras. Most of those in view now are from Honduras, and also from Argentina and Florida. Laurenti is a particular favorite of mine. Beautiful patterns and colors there. And some lovely smaller ones there. And in this final little selection, there's only one from the Americas here. That's that one there from Argentina. The rest of the shells in here are from the Philippines. A bit of an overflow from the Indo-Pacific shells. Now the next 4 draws of shells, and what's in view is, well, I'm considering one draw, are from New Zealand and Australia. So we'll start with New Zealand. Some beautiful shells there. Delicatula. Beautiful orange and yellow forms there. And then another well known is Convexum. That beautiful one there. And there's lots of different species there. Particularly beautiful one here. I've always found that one special. Gemulata suteri, and a lot of those smaller ones are species like Gemulata, and then a real variety of species there as well. And then perhaps one of the most well-known of New Zealand scallops is Nova Zelandae, and a nice little variety of shells there, fished commercially. Now moving on to Australia, there's a particularly gorgeous selection of shells there. The species we have there are Tasmanicus, Phenastrum, and then these beautiful ones, and sorry, I'm looking up the name here, is Anguinea. And such beautiful colours. I decided to show the inside as well, because you get the lovely orange and reds and purples and whites. Some beautiful shells there. And another little selection of Philippine overflow, but certainly lovely colours there for that species. Right, now we have here Australian from many different states here. Bifrons, a very well known one, particularly from South Australia. The lovely albino form there and the lovely orange form there. And there's your typical form. And lots of different species there. And then here we have Australis, which is a shell from Western Australia, collected commercially for its meat. And then in this drawer, another little selection, a variety of things in there as well. And more Australian shells in this selection. Fumatus and Meridonalis in that drawer, again collected commercially. Then here, that beautiful Balloti from Australian waters. And the beautiful Melica, that beautiful interior, which we also get with these shells. Not still the red with lots of white, but that one almost entirely red. And then here, all from New South Wales, we have Livida. Some of those need some cleaning, but it gives you a bit of an idea of the colour range that exists there. Now these are my local shells, all from the Northern Territory. And we have lovely shells here. Just checking the name that I was about to say the right name, Lepardus. And then what I'm calling Strange Eye, a very beautiful shell. A couple of interesting species that I got off trawlers here. Flavicans and Dianae. Okay, we saw a Japanese species of that a bit earlier. Here, nice variety of colours. I'm calling this Dringai, that particular one there. And interesting, those little ones at the side. There's a few species I haven't been able to identify. And then here, by far my biggest Dringai is there. And Singaporea, some different colour forms there. And some interesting deep water ones there. And my final draw, a real mixed bag here, but a couple I wanted to point out in particular. Maximus is certainly my largest pecten, and that one's from Norway, and it's 158 millimeters. They grow to about 220 to my knowledge. Lots of different ones there, mainly from China. Little group there. And then the other one I really wanted to point out was this one, also from China. Yesoensis. And that particular shell is 151.3 millimeters. And I believe they grow to be 250 millimeters or so. I'm not sure who gets the prize for the largest pecten. That one or Maximus. All right, thank you. I hope you enjoyed that selection of pecten, this time with commentary.